Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where I want to talk about Arsenal's striker situation. Now, we all know that Arsenal have pretty much sealed the deal for Victor Gyökeres. The negotiations are still ongoing in London, but I really genuinely think this is posturing on the part of Sporting. And although I'm going to publish this video almost instantly, it could well be a here we go in between me filming it and it coming out. I really am relaxed about it. But the reason I asked the question about whether Arsenal have gone too early for the number nine, which sort of seems strange when I've been talking about the sort of the weekend, this weekend coming as being the key weekend for Arsenal getting deals in, and Victor Gyökeres looking like that will happen in time for the tour to Singapore, is because of the Isak situation. Now, it's reported today that Liverpool approached Newcastle to sort of get their sense on whether Isak was for sale, and Newcastle have rebuffed that offer. I think that probably will be the case this summer. But what if Isak did become available? Because for me, he's the Premier number nine on the market. Well, he's not really on the market, but that could be on the market. One of the Premier number nines in world football. And have Arsenal then missed a trick here by going too early for Victor Gyökeres? Because while I'm a fan of Gyökeres, I think his record in Portugal is very, very good. I like his physicality. I like the fact he's a different sort of profile to Kai Havertz. I like the fact that he is a little bit more direct in front of goal. There are some concerns that you have to have over the deal. And I think the deal is very, very good, particularly at the price that we pay. But as I say, there are concerns. And that would be with almost every deal you do. What if a player gets injured? For instance, is one that's there for every single deal. But in this case, Gyökeres' goal record does come in a relatively weak league. I've talked about how that's offset slightly. But what he's not played Premier League football, and what happens if he doesn't adapt, and what happens if he doesn't become the goalscorer we think and hope he will become? And what happens if Isak is available and goes to, say, Liverpool? The question would be asked, did Arsenal go too early? Now, I think that the answer to the question is actually no, they didn't go too early. I think getting someone in ahead of the tour is the most important thing. I don't think Newcastle are going to sell Alexander Isak, and I think if they do, given that they reportedly said that he's not for sale and that Liverpool's starting sort of initial sort of view of 130 million was too low, I think actually given the fact that Arsenal are spending in other areas of the squad too, I think buying Isak would have been unaffordable in the context of what else Arsenal were doing. And there's always the risk, as I say, that he gets injured, and he is an injury-prone player despite his good record last season. So I think Gyökeres is the right call, but you can see the narrative changing if Isak goes to Liverpool, which I don't think he